All right, interweb land, I'm back for another Rosco Odyssey walk and talk. Back to a familiar spot. I'm gonna have to kind of get on this quick fast today because I got something lined out for later. So let's see here. We'll get to a little spot and I'll do a little weather. But for now, I'm apologize. Well, let's just say like that. I don't know what happened to yesterday's video. Because a lot of time, kind of what I'm doing is I'm just going at it and then I'll just upload it. And I really don't look at it after that. You know, I just see if any, oh shoot, whoa. Ooh, it's muddy. Just had some rain. Almost bit the dust on that one. Almost had to go home full of mud. So yeah, I just I upload and I don't really watch them. So, but I was looking at yesterday's, I just give a little overview. And I had way more. Yesterday I actually had about like 20 or 30 minutes. So I don't know what happened. It got cut off or something. So I'm gonna do a follow-up to yesterday's. All right, so here we are. Let's get into it. So yesterday's, I talked about the concept of countermeasures and how they how I try to learn the tools involved in kind of like, it's not really a physical self-defense type of thing. It's more like learning, having knowledge of how certain things work and protecting yourself. So I referenced it to like what I'm doing with these videos, you know, independent content creation. And you know, then I relay that back to, okay, well, constitutionally, there are protections involved for, you know, First Amendment and that sort of thing. And that's why, and then we have tools that we use to create the content and that sort of thing. You know, like I'm talking about the actual, you know, like I'm on my little, is it even focused in? What's going on? Looks way out of focus here. Hang tight. Now it's focusing. Huh. Trip. Alright, so I'm talking about the actual tools that one would use. So like in this scenario, camera, or I'm actually using an older Google phone. I just kind of like the layout, the setup of it a little better, but it's not, the iPhone definitely produces a nicer, seems like it has a little bit nicer quality picture. But this phone, I just like the layout, the way, and the interface. It's just really just simple to use. So I like using it. Plus I can still have my phone and get a call. so it works out better for me. Okay, so that's as far as the physical tools in terms of the countermeasures. But then there's the more of the knowledge-based tools, and here we go. it's getting blurry. What's up with that? What's going on there? Hang on. Oh. Separation of powers. I think that in itself is countermeasures. It's supposed to be set up, or not supposed to be, but it is set up for the independent, autonomous individual to be able to not have to just go along with the overarching thoughts, you know. But it's also not set up to just it's also not set up to protect crime and all that, you know. So it's not like it's not like, oh, I'm independent, you know, I just go out. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you know, how's it go? I said for every action there's an equal and opposite action, you know. I think there's some truth on that. But that's what makes our system great, is because is just that. It's that, like I said, I listen to a variety of content, and I enjoy reading the Bible. And there's people that have very content, and they're questioning stuff, and they're laying it out so people could see how it's played out, how it's being played out, you know. I think that's important. It's important for those, and for those that are interested, because I'll restate this. Not everybody's interested. Not everybody's interested, and I'm good with that. That's great. That's fine. Don't have to be, you know. But for those of us that are interested, that are trying to learn, because we want to contribute, you know, or I'm gonna say, because I want to contribute. This is my way to contribute, you know, and that's why I just make my videos and I put them up, and I don't play around with them too much. And I don't know if it's legit or if it's just bots, you know, people saying, hey, give me a contact, here's my email, we'll ramp up your views and get you a whole bunch of likes and subscribe. And I'm like, I just want to let it be what it be. People are either gonna find it or they're not gonna find it. They're gonna look for it or they're not gonna look for it. They're gonna come across it and watch it for a few seconds and be like, this is trash, and move on, or this is interesting, and keep on, you know. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't have manipulations and machinations for you. You know, just ideas, thoughts, and considerations, informations. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Countermeasures today. You know, how does an individual learn the tools to protect themselves, and if in fact needed, apply the tools for protection. And I'm not talking about, you know, physical, you know, self-defense. I'm not talking, you know, judo and martial art and all that, although I believe those are important. Being in good shape, you know, that's a countermeasure. To me, that's a countermeasure. That's self-protection. You know, you're in decent shape, you're in good health, you have maybe a martial art or a fighting skill, you know. If someone wants to test you, it's like, okay, that's on you. I'm not messing with you. You want to test the waters? Don't you know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, I don't know, man. I just grew up with guys that was like, man, you want to test the waters? Don't be mad. Don't be mad when you get your dick in the dirt. Dick put in the dirt. Don't be mad. Don't be going home crying to mama. You know? There we go. Now that brings up a little story about mama. I remember one time I was getting into it with dude. Just kids, man. Just getting into it. He's like, oh yeah, your mama's this and that. And I said, what? You talking about my mama? He's like, man, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna whoop on you, man. He's like, oh yeah, well meet me right here. I'm like, I will. And so I go in the house. I get like, I don't know, I had some little mittens or something, man. I put them on. I grab a beanie. I don't even know why, I just did, you know. I was like, I'm gonna get at this mom. And my mom's like, where you going? I said, I'm gonna go fight this dude. She said, you're not doing nothing. Get your ass. Oh shit, that's how she was though. So yeah, I seen him at school like the next, whatever Monday or whatever, you know, next day, whatever. We just stared at each other. It was all good. No big deal. But yeah. That's kind of how I came up with a little bit of that, you know. Countermeasures, you know. Knowing your financials, you know what I mean? How to invest, how to protect your investments. It's either you got to learn, and I think it's a good thing to do a combination. You know, learn about the investment. That's something I've done. I've tried to do. I'm not no kind of investor, but I try to still learn about the topic. So I'm familiar on what the goal is. I know what I want to do, but I'm familiar if I was to work with somebody. You know, there's a little check and balance there. You know, I'm not, you know, professionals that are, you know, solid professionals that got a track record. It's going to be a beneficial deal to hook up with someone that really, to be able to link up with someone. All right, folks. So we back here today. This is actually a follow-up. You can see at the Home Depot. So I'm gonna try and get a little bit more close up and show you what I'm talking about here. How it's just a bunch of slop out here in the parking lot. It's terrible. Look at this. Okay. Anybody need a tire? It might be in good shape. Actually, looks like it got some decent tread on it, man. Oh no, it's got a big gouge in it. Wow. Still, it's a tire. Might be able to use it for some other. So I know that there's shoe companies out there that recycle like old tires and use them for the sole. But look at this. Oh man, check this out. I just remember coming up. There's no way. Moms wouldn't let me do this. Damn. Wow. What the heck is that? It's just garbage. Wow. Okay, city. You see what you got going here. Okay. Not sure what that. Milk bone. Dog biscuits. Woo! What we got over here? Someone changed the oil in the lot. Sometimes you just gotta make it do what it do and get that oil in it before this engine goes kaputski. That happened to me. Had an old school Volkswagen Bug. I was running it, man, and you know, I had it lowered and everything. I like the old V-dubs, man. Had it lowered, slammed, and I mean, I don't. I hit like a pothole or something. Hit a pothole, and then I watched I looked at the engine just cut out, and then I looked at my gauges. I noticed my oil gauge just dipped. I was like, oh, I lost oil pressure, and that was it. That engine was gone. Lost that oil pressure, but I was able to work and save up some money. I got the car over to my grandma's place, and she let me put it in her driveway. Then I was working. So I saved up a little bit of scratching, and I was able to get a whole rebuilt engine. I think I bought it new, and pretty much took the old one out. Look at that. Took the old engine out with a floor jack. Just a floor jack. Pulled the old engine out, slapped the new engine in, put it all back together, and I was back up. And then I just ended up selling it off. If somebody was interested in it, they wanted it. I cut them a good deal. I was, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to be running around in this thing. You know, make a good little project though. I sold it for like $500. You know, I said all you got to do is just pick it up. It's yours. So I'm just kind of showing you what I was seeing yesterday as far as all the trash, local lots. You know? That's really the majority of it. It's a lot of it in that. But as you look off into the distance, there's some carts over there, and more carts over there, more carts right there. So, all right. Well, that's what it be. Just following up. Oop. My little ride there. All right, folks, another Rosco Odyssey reports. Rosco Odyssey walks, walk and talk. Thanks for, if you got this far, thanks. And see you on the next one.